All right, here we go, the last piece of the pie. Welcome back to the Simple Fix series, programming. All right, again, we're talking about a simple way to program for yourself or your athletes that doesn't require beakers and instruments. Shouldn't be that hard. We've identified this athlete needs lots of work on clean and jerk. They're strong and efficient on their snatches. Their squats and pulls are good. They could be better, so we'll continue to improve evenly. We've broken apart by waving and undulating our numbers, how many reps they're going to do per week based on how many we want them to do per month during the cycle. All right, 4-week rotations of the cycle, practicing the same movements, coming back to them, rinsing and repeating. Now we actually need to look at what we're going to be doing in regards to for the movements. So we already addressed on series video 1 what kind of movements we'd probably be looking at. So we're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna break them down. So snatches, we have 26 snatches. So we're gonna say again, this athlete trains 4 times a week. So we'll go ahead and write up the 4 days. I will move so we can see more. And I will also try not to write like a mongoloid. Sometimes that's hard to do. So I have 26 snatches that they need to do in week 1. All right, that's not very many. 26, honestly, divided by 4, it's gonna give you 6.5, so 7 snatches. Obviously, that's not gonna be what we need to do. There's a weird concept where you have to snatch and clean and jerk all the time on the same day. I think that's actually a little bit disproven as of late. So for an example like this, you can have one day where, hey, the athlete needs to work on clean and jerks. Give them a day where they don't need to mess around with snatches. Maybe that's the day that you're more technically driven, so that way they're not trying to fumble 2 balls at once. They can just focus on one lift. So a great example, let's now take our snatches, 26 divided by 3, that takes us up to 9 snatches. Anything below a certain percent, we like to call it working load. Some athletes or coaches start this at 60%, some start at 65. I personally now, for most of my athletes, start at 65. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do here is I'm gonna go ahead and start the week off with just some good snatches. I'll allow my athlete to get working. And I'm gonna go ahead and everything up to this is just warming up. I don't count those reps, but I'm gonna do a double at 60. I'm gonna jump to a double at 70, single at 75, single at 80. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. There's my 9 snatches, right? Double check my math. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can actually do 4 at 80, which is a good start to the day. All right, beyond here, our clean and jerk. So we know we have 61 reps to do. They're gonna be clean and jerking 4 times of the week. So that's 15 clean and jerks if I want to spread it out evenly. All right, I'm gonna want to start strong with a lot of clean and jerk volume right in the beginning of the week. They've had a nice rest weekend, so we can go ahead and pound them a little bit more. So I'm gonna go above that 15 number with keeping respect to the range of 61-ish% or 35% of the workload being the capacity we don't go charge. So I'm gonna go 2 at 60%, 2 at 65%, 2 at 70%, 2 at 75%, done twice, and then 2 at 80%, done for 3 sets. Okay, now this is gonna be a bunch of volume. The athlete's gonna have a lot more work than they will have snatches. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 clean and jerks. So we'll just keep our count over here. So 16, so that's right around that range. So I can actually add a couple more in there if I want or take away. I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw a couple singles in there. Since 80 is not impossible, we'll go ahead and add 1 at 85 for 2. And that takes us up to 18 clean and jerks for the day. Then we have some squats. Everyone loves squats, so let's just go ahead. We'll start the week off with a nice 5 at 70% for 2 sets, 5 at 75 for 4 sets. Nice, simple, average day. That goes ahead and covers 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 squats. Okay, they're gonna have 44 squats to get done this week. So I can go ahead and divvy that up. So now I've done that here. They're gonna have 1 squat day and then they'll probably have another squat day. They'll probably be heavier since I don't have as much volume to play. Or if they're needing rest, I can take it down. And then for our pulls, we're gonna go ahead and let's say we need to work on our clean, but we already squatted. I don't always like to back up clean pulls personally or clean deads with a squat volume day, just because the low back and back start to fatigue out, especially on your medium to beginner lifters. So we're gonna go with snatch pulls. So let's go ahead and let's do snatch pull at hang. You can dictate where that hang is. And let's go 3 at 75 by 2, 3 at 80 by 4. So that gets us 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. All right, which is about, we do the math on that, 44 divided by 4. That's 11, so we went a little bit over that. So just on another day, we'll back them down. These numbers right here on the left, these, and these are the numbers you need to pay attention to. So they correlate at the end of the week, adding up or summing to around this range. It's not written in stone. If one week your athlete's like, hey, can we do some more snatches? You can go ahead and add it in. It's not written in stone. Be flexible on this. But again, this you would continue with to day 2, choosing your movements, adding your volume. And then the last thing is waving and undulating intensity. This is where you can choose to kind of be flexible on and pay attention to. But if you start seeing your athlete really getting beat up, you need to pay attention to this a little bit more. These days need to also respect our waving and undulating of volume. Intensity and volume must respect each other. So maybe on this day, this average is only around 72% average intensity when you add it all up divided by the repetitions. This day, we know is gonna be a little bit more clean and jerk focused, no squats, but pulls. So we could probably go a little bit more 78% average intensity. This day we can go, somewhere in the middle, 75%. And then maybe on this day, you just got a bunch of singles planned. So you can go ahead and take it 79% and just let them go heavy that day. But that needs to respect itself as well. It needs to not always be the same intensity. It also needs to not be crazy high. Hopefully this helps you guys develop a nice framework of how to program. It takes a lot of work, but coaching athletes or coaching yourself to be successful should take a lot of work. If you have any questions, please leave them. Please like and subscribe. Hope this helps.